Track down my hoe. Gotta do some hoeing. Well, hola amigos, welcome back to Sonnie's Place. My name is Emma, and today I wanted to show you guys, be a little transparent here. I probably have what could be considered one of the ugliest little gardens that I've ever grown. I was able to plant our current garden in a long single row. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is I wanted to make use of this space here that we've got where the soil is halfway decent. Matt and I went ahead and tilled some of it over. I planted straight in it. Now typically I would do no-till, but as I just mentioned, the soil is actually pretty decent here. But I was also trying to avoid as many external inputs to this garden area this time around. And that's due to some recent issues with soil contamination, with grazon and a few other things that I don't want to introduce into my soil. And the other is financial. I didn't want to spend too much money on mulch and compost for this area. That's just a temporary space for now. Right now it's actually in an area that we're not going to garden in next year. It's over here by the chicken coop, and then the duck coop will be right next to that with some rain catchment compost and a small sunflower patch that I'm planning to go start next year. So that garden area over there is basically going to be relegated to a grassy area where I can kind of make it a prairie type space where we can grow a ton of just wildflowers that are native to our area, like you see here. This is all growing in our strawberry patch, and I usually let it go because it provides a nice cover for my strawberries. Once winter comes, it provides a great mulch for them, and so my strawberries have always thrived in this area. The other thing is I haven't been able to actually get to work on this garden area, and again, because of reasons I just stated, with reducing some of those external inputs like compost and mulch. On the mulch side of things, I know a lot of people have used sources like chip drop, or some other municipal mulches or wood chips that are available to the public. The ones that are available to me are either very expensive or I don't know where they're sourced from. I have a lot of black walnuts here. I didn't want to introduce those wood chips to this area. That said, our garden area is looking a little pathetic right now. We've only got a few plants in here. We've got some peppers, we've got tomatoes. Some of the tomatoes haven't really done well. I've got only a few plants that are actually looking good and starting to flower or show little tomato blossoms, and so that's exciting. My pepper plants, I've got a few peppers on them already. I was also able to plant quite a few Beauregard sweet potato slips, which I'm really excited about. We've been eating a lot of sweet potato lately because we cut out starchy potatoes from our diet. Some nasturtiums that I had planted over here, they didn't do so well. We've got a nice little row of sunflowers as well that I'm really excited about. Some baby corn over there. I still have some starts that are in trays that I need to bring out here. We also have some baby zucchini plants in there that are looking better. So a lot of these plants are actually looking better today than they were about a week ago. While the soil is actually good for texture, there's a lot of humus in there. There's not a lot of nutritional value, so it's lacking some nutrients that the plants need. But a few days ago, I did have the opportunity to go over to the neighbor's house and fill up on some rabbit manure. If you know anything about rabbit manure, it's almost the perfect fertilizer for your garden. It's a cold manure, so you don't have to worry about it getting hot and burning your plants. And it's full of all sorts of wonderful nutrients for your plants. So I loaded up on that stuff and went ahead and fed my plants. So they're looking a lot better than they were about a week ago. Still, the garden is looking kind of puny. I can probably call this a complete failure because I got a lot of stuff in late and there's not really as many plants as I hoped, but I persist. If I could grow just one thing from the garden, I consider that a success. But I wanted to share that to be fully transparent and just encourage you guys, if you get down because you're not having huge successes in your garden, just keep at it, keep going, take those opportunities to learn from them. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. My name is Emma from Sonnie's Place, encouraging you to grow your best life. Adios.